It's a mighty good word, party folk. I'm your mile high priest. I'm up here about a mile high on Venus's day. It's Venus. It's Friday, November 29th. What's good, party folk? My name is Armando. I'm chilling up here in Denver. So very grateful, ever so grateful, as always, for our energetic exchange, our energetic connection. What's good? Happy all the things. Thank you for being here. I honor you, your path, your decisions. And yeah, thanks so much for hanging out. Thanks for all the subscribers. Thanks to all the subscribers. Thank you for all the likes and the comments. Y'all, it's been a hot minute. US holiday, so chilling a little bit. The planets have me going because Sagittarius is a significant sign, and the ninth house is significant in my chart. So lots at play. This moon falls on my natal Uranus placement, which means like I'm very there's a lot going on. Anyway, it's there's, as always, there's a lot of astrology, but we are fast approaching the new moon in Sagittarius that falls around 9.5 degrees. So we're in the midst of the balsamic phase of the moon in Scorpio currently. Very cool, very, very juicy, very Ophiuchian. Let's just get into it. Magicians, high priests, high priestesses, kings, queens, royals. This is your new moon in Sagittarius. Court, I'm your effervescent, mercurial, energetic, tower moment, the flame, wild and gesture with your Akashic librarian, your stellar informant, your ninja warrior with your divine messages for your spiritual exaltation, your human evolution through all spaces and times. Thank you so much once again. I honor you. I am ever so grateful for our energetic exchange. Thank you for being here. I'll start with the astrology, just a brief, right? I just touch on these points briefly. As I mentioned, we are closing up November with the third lunation or second lunation, right? But we do have 3 significant moons. The new moon that occurred at the beginning, November 1st, the full moon in Taurus midway, November 15th, and then tomorrow or November 30th, new moon in Sagittarius, while the sun and the moon meet in Sagittarius. So Saturn has now stationed to move, or is now moving direct in Pisces. Neptune is slowing down to that grinding halt to retrograde in Pisces. So, or to then move direct. So it has been seemingly moving backwards, and then it's about to stop and then move forward. So the station is the stop, right? Before it shifts, whether backwards or forwards. But very prominent implications could be like the dragonfly shapeshifter energy. So be careful not to fill in the blanks, like it might inspire some fear in you. And that's great, because that's what this season is about, is declaring your power, your stance, whether it's 7 of Wands, right? Like we're facing that 8 of Swords, inability to really reach far out. But you're reaching far out, right? You're kind of not filling in the blanks anymore. You're allowing the teasing of the vibrations and the energy. So in the midst of that, and betwixt, in all of that, transmute also I guess the new moon in Sagittarius kind of sums it all up for us. Mercury is retrograde in Sagittarius, so a very speedy, defiant, flame and retrograde. You could also just be very sparked, like friends, close friendships, soulmates could be appearing, disappearing, sparking. It's that sort of like, it's proverbial in that it's like the setting is there, but it's modern new twist is that Uranus is active in Taurus, which is kind of, we're applying new lenses. So it's good to allow the filling, allow love, allow the unconditional loving lens to be your filter, to allow the flow to come into your cup. There's a lot of that, even in Hollywood. Y'all, stop me. Okay, we just started. Mars in Leo about to station retrograde, so this energy kind of, it's like the Delulu filter sort of sifting through the Delulu, and you're at the halt. So yeah, you're at the Eight of Swords, attempting to like really tackle the Nine of Swords, move through any illusions that are caused between misfires between the body, that cause misfires between the body and the mind and body. It's very basic like that, but collectively we know that's not basic. That's sort of this society. Okay, and then my writing, I wrote something for y'all. It's called More and More. Although there's like a little bit of like language fluidity, polylanguage. Oh my God, y'all. More and More. That's what it's called. That's the title. Maybe, I don't know. Resign from chaos. Expand outside of the box. Defy the senses. Shift into your divine space. Pour more, then pour more. Your pure love is your armor. As the days go by, I love you more and more. Many wars fought and lost. Will I learn to surrender? Will I learn to trust and to savor divine time? Pour more, then pour more. Your pure love is your armor. As the days go by, I love you more and more. Okay. Recall upon the foundational elements, earth, air, fire, water. Thank you. Our goddess Isis, sun god Ra, Mercury, archangels, angels, spiritual guides of the highest light. Messages for the collective for the new moon in Sagittarius. Okay. We have Virgo and solar eclipse revolution that wanted to come out, so I'll keep them, right? Solar eclipse revolution, I believe that is Two of Wands, and that is a very powerful Two of Wands. So this is why it's not a good idea to fill in the blanks. Like when you think about dissolving, you could miss the paradox, this dynamic retro something like, y'all, what's good? Card 44, solar eclipse revolution. At the bottom of the deck, we have card 52, void of course, moon, missing. Okay. So it's best not to fill in the dots, but this is a creative flow. So in a way, it is paradoxical in that water, liquid, like the flow of something would mean that it can fill anything and it's without a container, so it can move if it's flowing. A liquid just kind of allows its own self, right? So there's that free will. How much do you want to steer your ship, or how fast? It's best to go slow, because you're dissolving like a barricade or it's almost like the union has to dissolve before it reunites, before reconciliation. So there's a lot to dissolve from. So it's almost likely that you don't want to unite at the moment, the way you see it, the way you perceive it. Okay. Virgo, I analyze card number 18, the Hermit. The light within, the flame. Like, what else are we talking about? But again, it's so easy for tarot readers, or me. I would just say me, right? I'm not trying to call anyone. Y'all give us a hard job. Like, this is a tough. I don't mean to I'm not actually calling any tarot reader out. I think that I love simplicity and I'm not simple. So when a tarot reader says something so simple as like, go within and work on distinguishing parts, right? Like light and shadow, and then reconcile those parts so that you can transmute. Like, all of that sounds so beautiful and spiritually awakened and enlightened and like the truest journey, but it's like psychological AF, and it's painful. And you also have a struggle because you're fighting many things are against you. Like, can you imagine being in a work meeting and then being like, I gotta go to my therapy appointment? Like, I know it's happening, but anyway, I'm so sorry. Okay, one more. Yes. You gotta dissolve this union before you reunite, before you reconcile. Okay, Queen of Swords. Okay, Libra, Scorpio, Virgo. Virgo, you better chill, homie. Dark aspect, shadow aspect of Virgo, okay? You could be born in that last decan, last 10 degrees of Virgo. I'm not saying you're operating in that shadow vibration, but it's like, yeah, you need to go there to see it. Maybe you are. That's that control. Can I read this for you? Every man is a builder, quote, every man is the builder of a temple called his body, to the God he worships after a style purely his own, nor can he get off by hammering marble instead. We are all sculptors and painters, and our material is our own flesh and blood and bones. Henry David Thoreau. So, of you, from within you, then now is without, okay? So Virgo, don't separate yourself. And I'm not calling Virgo out, but I'm going there. Void of course moon keeps popping up. It's like, this is a time that calls for you to go within. The Hermit is here. That's a challenge. The shadow aspect of the Virgo being either secretive, manipulative, in a hiding, right? Like hiding certain truths, or broadcasting a particular truth. Yeah, propaganda. Where have you given? So now I want you to tend to where have you given into the propaganda of relationships, also soul contracts. Like, how many books? Like, go please talk to Caroline Mize. I know not everyone can just go talk to her, but maybe you can. She's fabulous. Dr. Mize. Paging Dr. Mize. We've got a soul contract on aisle twin flame over here. And what 31 7th house partners. What card is that? We gotta look it up. Okay. All right, y'all. We just pulled some of the Black Moon astrology. I'm just vibing. It's Friday. It was a holiday week, and I still managed to do something not non-typical. Bindings, whether emotional and domestic or lawful, and what is right or permissible are indicated now. Okay. Justice. Y'all are onto something. This is poetic justice, okay? Tidying up at the hospital. I don't know what that means. Are you a hospital worker? Or you were a nurse, or you're returning to nursehood? Oh, excuse me. Okay, marriage, partners, true love, the other person, rivals, open enemies, courts, and lawsuits. Oh, okay. Well then, it's all, you gotta dissolve that before you reunite. So there's something to say about that. Because we have solar eclipse card 44, revolution, which is 2 of wands. Okay, change, dissolution, breakdown, build up, relocation. It could involve ending, moving out, right? From divorce. If you haven't moved out, it's also the actual separation and the determination of the decisive determination, and then allowing that to transpire, meaning like box it up and move. Or yeah, some of you may be moving in with a partner, or there are considerations like this kicks off this transition between like the bad and the ugly to like this light side, right? Like if you are approaching this timing in that manner with the dragonfly shape-shifting, right? Like that's a huge aspect of this channel. That's a huge aspect of what the Mao High Priest preaches about. That's why I'm constantly going off about mind, the body, the soul, like, and connecting to astrology and not limiting yourself through propaganda like publications, like books that have already been written, or other is every shaman your shaman is more so the question, right? Is every poet your psychic? Yes, guard yourself, protect yourself. Just like social media, right? Like you can also go perform protection rites or magic or just protection work over your social media accounts as well. People are looking. What's good, party folks? People are looking, aren't they? They can look all they want. Okay, sacred symbols oracle. This one. We don't say new moon, okay? Manifestation. Don't fill in the blanks. Just allow it. Look at how insanity is this? Talisman, the key, the golden key. That your vessel, your body, it's like the key. To me, it does seem like I'm reading the Sabian Oracle. So yeah, it does talk about a key, which is funny. Being in your body, right? That being the key. Also peace and quiet, being in your body. That can also be a leap forward in consciousness. Okay. A golden key can open any door. Proverb. That's what I was looking for. Y'all, thank you. I think that the people who don't like my ADHD qualities tend to unsubscribe. I really love you. I love it. I don't care. I love it. Grace, 29. Okay, Temperance, Sagittarius, Humility, Jupiter and Venus. Yes, awesome. Ancient Memory, Mercury, the Sun, underlying like undertone, right? But we have Chisandra or Schisandra, card 29, a Jupiterian herb with a undertone of, or lower octave of Venus. So divine feminine grace. It is the peacock, right? It is the those freaking geese. What are they called? Swans. It's remaining in your patience, in your grace, in humility, right? The dragonfly paired with the grace card, amongst all the energy that we've been talking about between your body, your house, like your home, and then the true home. Perhaps that transmutation process does involve that now manifested external reality. So that reality begins to take place, and it's like you're kind of seeing the old reality flow out. So allow the new to flow in, and that can be the point at which you are being asked to promote and suggested for you to really pour in that grace. Like you're making it through. I get it. Ace of Cups, right? Like it's a fresh new beginning. You could easily self-sabotage depending on your journey along the way so far. And that's really what it's all about. Like, what if that was the trigger point? That's the point from which you shift and shape your new reality. We have new moon. This card spells change, okay? 44, solar eclipse revolution. So you likely did manifestation work or new moon spell work, okay? We're just gonna get your influences, past, present, and upcoming, okay? Near future. With the wild unknown. Archetypes. We have the vow. the mystic, the mirror. Didn't we have these? The maiden. Two more wanted to come out. Anima Mundi and the heart. Okay. So the heart, the maiden, Anima Mundi, attempting to kind of, they're not in spite of you, they're just contingent to the astrology, okay? So it's like you're there, you're in the heart center, but that may be the difficult aspect. That may be what's happening now. And so it's like, there's a lot, right? Like the maiden, number 7 being here, strength, creativity, learning where to place trust, more so focusing, centering yourself, your body. So up, right, into the heart center. Because the maiden sits at the root, but it's like, okay, so there's always that timing, like, oh my God, Guidos. Divine, I want to freaking curse so bad right now. I know, I'm so excited. So the maiden, it's like strength, it's lust, it's at the bottom, it's at the base of the root. So like a lot of that you can discharge, you can like let go of into the earth and then come into your heart center. And that's easier said than done, right? That's like the psychological aspect, like really seeing, even if you're without a lot of things, like, hey, maybe the bank account is high numbers today, but the love account is the love bank is like low, right? So pure example, but hey, if it resonates, but it's like, yo, your mind is like attempting to like provide peace and just like shimmer and like fill you. Okay, so like the water, the heat, the sauna, the steam, but it really truly is like, get the F out of your head into the heart. Okay, speak truth, see through. Okay, see through, and then now see through the disillusionment. Okay, separate yourself from there, and then into here. Tell you the truth. Tell yourself the truth. No one else. In here now, up. Also sitting in the lower, like where, yeah, if it's like that animal, what is that? Primal feminine, wild feminine, primal feminine, the maiden, duh. Like, stop. That's the most primal, like feminine, that's really being shown to you in your reality. So it's like this almost unsatiated hunger, or like you're feeling extra like passionate or extra lustful, or like arrows in the air of like, or this, yeah, the control, right? Like that's what the poem was about. Like, now surrender, right? The mirror, the mist. You are your own freaking teacher, and that's what will get you close to that divine time space. Like, you don't have to wait for it, right? You don't have to be, I know I call out the Empress. You don't have to be a silly little Empress. All right, y'all. You can be a freaking mystical Empress. You can be a poetic, like, you can be facets of the Empress that are not the maiden. That's what I mean, okay? You can be the facet of the Empress that is in the heart center, okay? But what does that mean for the space? Initially, when you get to that point, it's like cutting people out with grace, with humility. You can't be like tricking people, right? Like, what's that saying? Hate the game. Yeah. don't hate the player, hate the game. But if your form of playing is like, I don't know, yeah, there's like, y'all, what kind of tricks is he running? Okay, like, chill on that. Like, maybe, yeah, you done tricked yourself. The eagle, wow, okay. So yes, Ophiuchian energy, right? I have the animal spirit. It's very choppy. It's very, what's flowing to me, but it's, the deer is here, nightingale. Yeah, there's a lot more for you to tell yourself, okay? Ganesha is like, oh wow, yeah, Ganesha's like, so are you scheming, right? What are your truths? What are you scheming about? The father is very like, it's like very pushy energy. And you want to come out of that like unsatiable, like unquenchable passion, desire to like consummate or like, yeah, the deer, like, is there a focus on health, cleanliness, mind, body? You cannot, so the eagle is like, yo, you can't be here in the path. Yo, you cannot be here. What's good? I'm such in a good mood. Like, there's a lot of nervous energy all over me, but like I feel like people can, like, my aura now just talks for me. Thank y'all for being here. I apologize for talking about myself. Okay, hyena. I love the hyena because it's like I remind myself of the freaking hyena because I'm always laughing. But it's like, is that laughter hiding something? For me, it's just hiding like my nervousness. So it's like that tick. But you could, that is what it is about, like the habits, and whether, if your habit is to spin out of control, right? Because the hyena is also like uncontrollable, a lot of masking, right? Like, so that to me points to like illusion casting. And right now it's like this spells change. So instead of your magic being illusionary, your magic should be creating change and allowing you to depart from the panther. Okay, like, the panther has yet to undergo that transmutative change. Okay, that's why the eagle is like, you're not gonna stay here. You can't. That is an illusion. You have free will. So the eagle will swoop by you, and if you refuse to be grabbed, like, then that's part of the astrology, right? Every it's like at any point when the planets now align, right? That's the golden key. I'm trying to, all these quotes are giving me many like symbols. So, but yeah, the eagle is like that next level Scorpio. The panther awaits the shift, right? Transmuting body, mind, soul. The eagle is the world soul, okay? Travel to the world soul. We do have anima mundi, okay? An aspect of consciousness, world soul. Is it that you are taken by too much propaganda and have now given into too many false identifications? So seeing where all that is like volatile. So yeah, there's something to say about vulgarity, right? Like, it's you've dulled this. This is dull now because it's lower and it's very shadow mirror. It's very it takes you right back to you. So where you were trying to mask by promoting, mongering the fear, or maybe this is how you were taken. It's like, ha 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 ha. Ugh. Now I see myself. Now I see it. Now I see the energies for what they are. Great timing, divine timing, guidos. With the deer, it's like, are you paying attention? Because it is fast approaching. The mirror is on, but you have that power to leave that space. The panther then becomes the jaguar, I believe, the dotted, spotted idiot. It's something like that, where one of the cats transforms into the spotted panther or jaguar, and all of these mystical Queen of Wands creatures, Aries, Pisces. The end is the beginning, is the end. Don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. All about the astrology. The mystic is a facet of the higher evolved empress. Very scorpionic in that the ego is here as well. In your truest heart center, will you speak the truth to you instead of speak identification to others? Will you be sensitive to the earth's call, the earth, the mother, the world soul's call, right? The deer. Are you listening? So the emperor. Okay. Cool. We're just gonna look at your outcome. Can we first look at how you are perceiving yourself? Are you standing in power? What is in your environment? Are you standing in your power? 6 of Cups. Okay, the illusion. The illusion. That's illusion. This is in your surroundings. The High Priestess. Disillusion. No, nothing. No thing. The High Priestess around you. Unable to perceive, though you do sense. So is that not your perception? Defy the senses, right? You must defy this retrospective, nostalgic King of Wands, okay? Sun in Scorpio, Pisces, the moon, okay? I have a very watery flow of the High Priestess, Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio. Look, the Queen of Cups. Love, like, yeah, the love surrounds you. This is around you that you choose not to see, right? In reverse. Thank you, clear divine messages, helpful, wise, sage ancestors. Okay, outcome. The Hierophant, 3 of Swords. Okay, Scorpio, Father of Cups, for see, you gotta separate before you reunite. There's something like, this is so effed up because I don't want to put it like this, but hey, this could be the truth. Yo. it's honestly like more like holding on to the perception of someone, like holding on to the best version of someone, holding on to the potential. That could be spellbinding, that could be casting onto another. Perhaps it does involve separation, it does involve distance, it does involve the law, or just like natural law. Like, even if it does involve the court of law, it's like maybe the court of law is not involved in an actual relationship, or it was, or like you've experienced this, but in the now, it's like the natural law, the court of the earthly world law, the soul's laws. So it's like, hey, let yourself be. If you allow others to be, you let yourself be. You undo yourself from the power struggle, right? Allow yourself to move from holding on. Budget your time, your space, your mind, okay? Control your space and time. But allow spirituality to break you from the power of materialism. There are limits there. So there are limits to supposing that even someone who is materialistically better off or look better on paper, that's what it is. It's like they look better on paper. And if you're holding on to a vision like that, you're holding on to illusion, right? Anyway, I know that's tough to take because it's the Son of Swords. So it's like, is there one part? That's what I see. It's like it can't be the court of law, because court of law means one party or no parties, right? Like one party is guilty or none, a draw or something, but it's not, because the Queen of Swords is here, like the freaking end all be all. That I love how the Queen of Swords and the Father of Cups. I'm sorry, this is the Daughter of Swords. Excuse me, Page of Swords. Okay, like that truly is like everything that I was saying, the spellbinding, the casting, it's done unto you. It's like you see the potential in the situation or in someone, but like that's like initially it may cast the illusion onto the other, but it what's done unto others is you, right? Like it's done unto you. So bring both parts of you, right? The Two of Cups now. Bring both parts of you to connect. Remove this disconnection of holding on to the power dynamic through false kind of messaging, things like that. There's another card here. The Star. So that was just additional clarifying information, because your outcome is the choice, right? The Lovers, Gemini, and the Star, Aquarius, and then Mars in Scorpio, Five of Cups. So the Lord of loss and pleasure. Yes, that's a choice. It's like the seeking, right? The seeking. And the Hermit doesn't seek. The Hermit knows, has access. So you can access this new kind of pleasure zone, pardon the my 80s puns, because we do have the Star. It's really cool though. It's like, gosh, this moon is all about, like, there are those three facets, right? Like inner child healing, the shadow, the body, the mind, body, soul connection, inner child healing, and then you're making something out to be bigger, or you're giving that space room to breathe, right? One or the other. Those are the three sort of illuminations of this moon, right? It's a three-parter. In the traditional Five of Cups, we have those Three of Cups that are spilled, right? The three parts, right? And you take your Two of Cups, which is over here. It's no joke. The Taro. Yo, I know I'm full of like, but when I'm giving you the messages, I'm not trying to be rude. And that's why I say Mercurial and Mercury, having been worked with them for years, forever. Like I was born into this Mercurial thing. Yeah, like data, information, and reciprocation, publication, announcing. Like those are my things. And then there are other aspects of Mercury that are like, how do I give you the words, and what do the words mean? That's kind of where you're at too, by the way. So those three parts are meaningful for you to get to your two parts, right? Like giving up. Where do you see yourself now in those three parts? And you can be multitudes, right? Like don't limit yourself, collective magicians. Okay. So with those Knight and Page of Swords, you're like freaking intelligent. But that is also a double-edged sword, right? We have the freaking swords folks here. Okay, there are two edges, two sides to that. Very edgy sword, okay? You're trying to be very freaking compassionate, leader, spiritual, and then also the work, like go pay your bills, right? Like that's a lot. So what are you getting all tangled up in at the moment? Are you seeing the sides, and it's like, have you been deconstructing, or have you been constructing, or do you need to accept that you've been done building, you're building something? Like go check the freaking foundation. If not, like undo to re-establish. Okay, you're at that point where you can redo. Okay, a lot of mental clarity. This is it. Don't move too fast. Be honest. Take mass release mass. Okay, Five of Cups is all about that inner child work, releasing mass. Okay, so if you are at a point where you need to co-create and create, perhaps it's mind, body, soul, perhaps it's inner child work, healing, right? If you're sustaining, maybe the message pertains to like you're ready to reconcile with having, right? Anima mundi, the world, the maiden, like fun, the mystic, like having, knowing enough is like what having enough is like, and then establishing it in divine timing, being in the heart center, enjoying. Or are you like, yeah, that would be a point where you're like, okay, then manifest, then cast your new moon spells, right? Your new moon manifestations. Or you're seeing like your the love is sort of unexpectedly like, oh, so we're working on that now. Or are you at yeah, like who's been giving you the advice, and where has that led you? Okay, and now who do you seek? The true self. Okay, inner, the golden key. From here, from this little Mustang, this little horsey, this little sad one. Okay, we fly the coupe. Knight of Wands, Son of Swords, Gemini, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Mars in Scorpio, Scorpio, Sun, Aquarius, Gemini, Sun in Capricorn, Venus in Cancer, the heart. A lot of Libra. We have Libra, Virgo. Two of Wands, Sun in Aries, or Mars in Aries, Mars in Scorpio. Okay, very, yes. It's all here, right? It's all in that dead center. But can it come alive? Can your heart center come alive? Because if it's dead center, that's why the eagle shows up. No, I'm so sorry. Also, Kairos divine timing, y'all. What in the... Who am I talking to? You must be a Scorpio. Y'all aren't talking to... Only David talks to me. Out of all the Scorpios that follow along, right? It's all good. You don't have to feel shame. I'm not shaming you. I just talk way too much for show. Can you please show me the eagle? All pervasive, all pervading power, truth seeker transforms karma. Yes, you're child of God. You have Scorpio in your chart, right? Or you're freaking Aries. The noble eagle emanates the light of the sun. This great bird is both physically and spiritually strong and represents mastery over the elements of fire and air. When the eagle appears, you'll soon be thrown into the karmic fire for the sake of your transformation. The eagle pushes us to be our best and brightest selves and stops at nothing to see us shine. Grasp the sun in your talons and hold on for the ride. You are stronger than you think, eagle child. So you're careful now. You're swallowing that golden sun, and so you're about to become the golden sun. This. Off to the city of gems you go, son of God, child of God, daughter of God, okay? Freaking page of swords, you lover, okay? Off to the heart center, off you go. Now, you are healed, so continue now. We're here too, okay? All the love, all the light, so much wonderful protective ultraviolet light to surround your energetic body, emerald healing light to your heart center as you heal through these wounds and you progress through the heart center. May you be blessed with all your abundant solar vibrant yellow light in your Manipura chakra, your city of gems. May you enjoy the glimmer, the shine. May you come back yoked up, okay, 2 of Cups, on your path to union, okay? Peace, enjoy.